So I decided to do my project on cooking, which includes, in my opinion, baking, sauces, pasta, salads, meat-based, and even vegetarian. When you're cooking and like learning how to cook, most people learn when they're with their parents at home and with like family members, and most of them are passed down from generation to generation, which I think is really great. But even in today's society, and what's cool is you can learn from like YouTube, and you won't be making your grandma's chili anymore, but you might be making someone's. And it might be from a different country and all over the world. But maybe people can relate through common spaces through Pinterest, in my opinion, is one I've really focused on for this project because I believe Pinterest goes across different borders and different families. And what's cool is you can learn from everyone and anybody can teach you. But what's really cool is the fact that nothing really is like random because there's like pictures that are shared across the different levels of people. There's no difference between what sex you are, what gender you are, religion, or country. Because with Pinterest, it's international and you can learn from anybody and anywhere. Because what's cool is that you can put YouTube videos and like tutorials, which is how a lot of people learn nowadays, to learn how to do different things. And then if you cook with your friends, then that might be how you feel, is like you're making a science experiment. But there is no segregation or like communication between people when it comes to the kitchen because it doesn't take an international language to teach you how to do something in the kitchen because you can learn it from a friend or even from someone showing you how to do it. But what's cool is about Pinterest is that there's thousands of ideas shared every day with different people across the world. And it doesn't matter who you are because you can just keep helping other people learn how to do it, which shows you like different levels of like experience, and you can learn so many different ways to learn from other people. Like you'll see things from Martha Stewart or from your mom or from family or even from like a woman across the world. She can show you something you had no idea even existed. But it's basically like an distribution of personal knowledge, and because the one person is distributing their talents and others are observing it on their own and learning how to tweak it to make it their own thing. Because it doesn't matter if it's like originally someone's idea, because then you can just branch it across so many different ideas. And something that may have come from a book in the very beginning, other people can like learn from other people and like add on things to it, which I thought was an infinity space because that's how I would do it in my classroom. I would probably let my students choose a topic, and if people like overbalanced on it, and then like put them all together into one group. If someone liked baking and someone liked cooking, let them be in the same group because they share a common love of cooking and a love of food. Because it doesn't matter how much you like love to eat food, it's also like how you learn and teach others to cook too. Because I feel like that's one way you can show someone that you love them so much, is like teaching them your favorite secret recipe for lasagna. And there's different ways like students can learn how to be shown through their use and lack of use of the internet. Because I feel like today's society, we do focus more on the internet in our teaching and in the classroom. Because so many times you'll see students with their phones or with their laptops in class or with an iPad, and they're learning, of course, but it's a lack of interpersonal relationship versus like a personal relationship you've made over the computers and over different spaces, because you'll definitely see a huge increase in that. I feel like in the people who are going to be teachers, they're going to notice the fact that the students do or don't want to actually participate, and they'll have to learn how to make their students participate and want to participate between everyone else, which will be great because it'll show like leaders and mentors, and like how they're chosen is like because that one student brought more ideas to the table and kept like the seat of control because they had the most popularity. And I feel like that shows definitely through Pinterest because you'll see more people will follow different people if they've pinned more or if they've commented more, and whether they're positive or negative comments. But I feel like you can never really stop learning from people you interact with. And even if that means that they don't speak the same language as you, it's still a great thing for students to get together and learn new things together, which is why I chose cooking. Because I've met so many of my roommates from cooking with them, and they may have been international students, but I now know how to make so many different things, and they've taught me so much, which I can never really thank them enough for. But basically, kids learn from kids, not just teachers.